Hi, I'm Glenna Mason. I'm the 4-H agent in Orangeburg and Calhoun County. We're here today and I have a helper with me.
Hi, I'm Annabelle Bowen.
Annabelle and I are going to make for you an omelet. An omelet is very easy and it's very nutritious. Before we get started with making the omelet, I want to show you what size pan to select when you're making your omelet. I have two pans here. I have a small pan, as you can see, with sloping sides to it. I have a larger skillet here. This is a large skillet and it doesn't have a sloping sides. It's got straighter sides to it. This would not be a pan that I would want to make my omelet in. One, it's too large, and the second one is it doesn't have those sloping sides, and you'll see when we make our omelet why sloping sides to a pan comes in very handy when you're making that omelet. This size skillet would be good if you wanted to saute your vegetables for your omelet, but not to make your omelet. Speaking of making omelets, one of the skills that you're going to learn is sauteing. To saute like some of the chefs do, you see them flipping the pan. You see them on TV shows flipping the pan. Well, to get comfortable with that, Annabelle is going to show you how to do a demonstration so you can practice before you actually get cooking. I'm going to place in this pan a piece of bread. And we're going to take a look at how to get that wrist motion going. You could put in some dried pasta, you could put in some rice, anything just to get practice. I tried popcorn last night. Don't use popcorn because it went all over the floor. But we're going to try a slice of bread, and Annabelle's going to show you how to do that wrist motion just to get comfortable with flipping. See how she got better as she went along? She started very tenacious, but she's gotten some skills and she's practicing, and now she's more comfortable in flipping that. That's a lot easier to do with a slice of bread than with real food.
My name is Kristen Owens and I'm an Orangeburg County 4-H'er. Today I will be showing you how to saute vegetables, which means I will be cooking these vegetables at high heat in a small amount of fat. I am using butter as the fat, but you can also use oil or cooking spray. I am going to use onions, bell peppers, and mushrooms for my vegetables. So first you heat the pan, and then you add your butter, oil, or whatever fat you're using. And you let it melt. Next, you add your vegetables. You stir the vegetables occasionally, but you let them cook for a while in between while you stir them. This is what sauteed vegetables should look like. Now I am ready to make my omelet.
I have Annabelle with me again, and we're going to show you the steps in making an omelet. For this omelet, we need 1 egg. Annabelle's going to show you how to crack that egg. So we need 1 egg. Make sure you don't have any shells in it. For the second egg, we're only going to need the egg white. So we're going to only use the egg white, not the yolk. Okay, pour the egg yolk in the other bowl, and we'll use that for something else. If you're not comfortable in using that technique that Annabelle showed you, this is just a simple egg separator. You place that little hump part over your bowl, crack the egg into that center container, and then the yolk and the egg whites will separate into your bowl. So if you're into kitchen gadgets like I am, you can use that. Okay, we're ready to mix our omelet up together. We've got 1 egg. We've got 1 whole egg and 1 egg white. To that, we're going to add a tablespoon of milk. You can also use water, but I found that milk makes for a little bit creamier texture. We're going to sprinkle in a little bit of salt and pepper. And we're going to whisk that together so everything is blended. I can do that with a fork, or I can do that with a whisk. Since it's only 1 egg, it's a small amount, so we're using just a small whisk. I want to make sure I whisk that up really well so I don't see any white milk anymore, and I want to make sure everything is blended. So you're just cracking the egg yolk in there, blending that. You want to whip it with an over and over motion, make sure it's all combined. If you get practice, you can use that whisking motion just at the bottom of the bowl to make sure all that is combined. All right, now that we've got our mixture ready, we've prepared our pan over here. Remember, we're using a small skillet, so we've got a pan. I want to spray this pan with some pan spray or vegetable spray. If you're working with the gas stove, make sure you spray it inside the pan so that the flames don't get around it. Coat the bottom of that pan really well so that your egg doesn't stick. Okay, we've heated up our pan a little bit. I do not want it too hot or too cold, but I want it kind of on a medium-high heat. So this is a gas stove, so I set my flame. We want to take our eggs, pour those in there. Okay, and now we're going to take our spatula and we're going to take the sides of the egg into the center. And do this very quickly, and you can see while the egg is running around in the pan, it looks like you're going to have scrambled eggs, but you're not. You're going to have the rest of this pan is going to be taking that egg and running it around so that we've got that egg yolk is going to fill in those places. Okay, so I want to make sure as I'm doing this that I constantly go around the side. Don't pull it up anymore, it's done. Okay, so we're going to take the sides and we're just going to go around the sides, making sure that the sides aren't sticking. Okay, then I can take this pan and I can roll any runny egg yolk into the pan so that that runny egg yolk is going to get cooked. All right, so we just want to go around the edges of the pan, just making sure that it's not sticking. I can get up under that. All right, we're going to take our vegetables. We've sauteed some vegetables over here. So I want to take my vegetables and only put it on half of this omelet. I don't have to use all these vegetables, just spoon in some vegetables over half of that omelet. And you can choose, that's good, you can choose any omelet of vegetables that you want. I have green peppers, some cherry tomatoes, and some onion. All right, now as the egg sets, I want to take the other side and flip it over, fold it over my omelet. There you go. There's your omelet. Quick and easy, very nutritious. You can get that plate and we'll plate it up.